It's a little bit too much damage as a roam, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But right now, we're seeing that the idea is coming into the mid lane just to try and offer a little bit of a heads up for the Kong Ming here, because the Mai Shiranui needs to be locked down, and Daidia, I feel like, is the best woman for this job.
Yep, and here we go. Muchi already winning the lane against Lanfeng, right? If you know how to position properly, it's quite hard for Lanfeng to play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's able to sort of like get in there, do a lot of damage as well. But the thing about the Marco Polo is you need that attack speed, 200% attack speed built onto him before he can start to do his effectiveness.
Yeah, at the same time, he can only get the Resplendent Revolver hits like one hit, and Muchi gets the sidestep out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, this is where the Yari is probably going to come into effect as well, right? Just trying to like lock in Muji into place, because obviously there's only so many illegal immunities you can do, but there's going to be a 4v2 dive as well. Agudo dives in, first blood so early for Nova. They're like, guys, we were patient, we waited for you, but game 3 is going to be a different tempo. KAGENDRA still, however, gets a kill on the side of Nova as well.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter, man. At this point, Nova, they have essentially won the farm lane, right? Muchi at level 3 gets the gold advantage against Lanfeng. Lanfeng now has a delay on getting that item, the Spark Force Jagger. That's going to hurt him a lot. His damage output is not going to be enough in the next coming team fight, especially when we hit the 4-minute mark. He's nowhere near the monster he needs to be.
Yeah, it's definitely stunning the growth here, but we see the Lubang and then as a combo come through, the Battlefield Command has already been exhausted for now, so there's going to be a bit of a cooldown reduction on for that ability for the side of KAGENDRA, but I suppose it'll be back up in time for those new objectives. But like you were saying there, the stunted growth of getting that Spark Forge Dagger means that the range of the Marco Polo and the effectiveness of him is going to be stunted.
Yeah, it's not a nice situation to be in, and here we go, the stun comes in. Okay, Imperial Order, I think, is actually going to be one of the very important skill sets that needs to be landed for Nova to hit their full potential here, right? Simply because it lowers both your physical and magical defense as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very important if you land that onto something like the Nazar or the Lubang, right? Just to try and get that front line from the side of KAGENDRA, but we'll see. I mean, they've definitely maybe prepared for this. Maybe it's something that's caught KAGENDRA off guard, but this constant rotation from Agudo and Kong Ming has to be put in check by KAGENDRA. And it looks like Nazar is up for the job. We do get going into the backline there. It's going to be the kill onto Wave Pit traded for Hans. A little bit greedy, but Muchi is getting that kill. So more gold going over to Muchi, which is not the place you wanted to be going if you're trading kills.
Yeah, right now Nova doing really well to deal with the circumstances that have been given to them, right? So with that rotation by the Battlefield Command, look at what's happening here. This means Xuan is free to push the lanes. Now there's a plenty of damage that goes on in this T1 on the top. At the same time, reroll gets caught out.
Oh, the Enlightened Mantras come through as well, and oh, it's the winning strategy landing right on the bonds of Nazar.
Yeah, this is the best strategy to be had. Hans, he can't do anything here. He gets caught out, a potential death as well, when he already at level 6. So this winning strategy is definitely going to hurt a little bit more. Right now, I think Nova can start to kickstart a faster pacing. And I would expect this first neutral objective definitely going to go into the hands of Nova.
I mean, from what we've seen so far, you expect so, right? I mean, they're up about just under 2k gold difference at the 4 minutes, which has been completely different to what we've been expecting so far in this best of 5. Maybe Nova's finally woke up. There's not much of a time zone difference from Malaysia to Philippines, but maybe it's just a little bit enough for them to just wake up on the stage and maybe just feel and get into the groove of things. But right now, we are seeing Agudo trying to get a bit of a head start onto the Tyrant.
Yep, Lanfeng actually going to expose his position here. They are going to try and throw as many skills as they can to stop Lanfeng from jumping in. The Fever Barrage is a good skill, but right now, because CY is so tanky, I don't think CY is too afraid. Here comes the jump, Skyfall.
Yeah, Skyfall does come in onto the backline. Is looking like they're trying to focus Wendy as well. Just trying to take it off, but it's going to be the winning strategy. That's from the sideline from Nova. As well as Wayne Pick getting on the action. It's like, bro, give me a kill. I want some goodies, but the bit of well is going to make it so difficult for KAGENDRA once they dive in to get back out. But it is going to be Marco Polo trying to do a bit of damage there. The winning strategy comes through once more, wipes out Lan Thing. There is so much damage going over to the side of KAGENDRA, and as they're doing this, they're picking up Monopoly.
I mean, if Lanfeng didn't choose to jump in there, I think it would have been a something that they could stomach, right? This loss, this trade is something that KAGENDRA could still stomach, but the fact that they lost Lanfeng in that exchange after, even though they got the Tyrant, it's not good at all for KAGENDRA. Nova now definitely very much in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they are in the driver's seat, and KAGENDRA is the hostage in the boot right now, screaming with mouth tape over their mouth. But it's going to be interesting to see how they try and come back from this, because that T1 in the mid lane going down so early is going to be hard for them to try and gain any pressure into the enemy jungle. Agudo trying to throw the third ball in there as well, trying to steal the Crimson Golem and successfully do so as well. Wendy, though, gets taken down a bit overzealous into the mid lane.
Okay, that's a nice consolation prize coming in for KAGENDRA, right? So Wendy actually is also one of the potential entry points that they could use to win the team fight as well. Look, CY is tanky, yes, but CY alone doesn't do much damage, right? So if they can actually melt down the damage, the people that offer damage on the side of Nova, that could be the win condition that KAGENDRA can base off the win off.
Yeah, I mean, it all rides on a very important team fight for the side of KAGENDRA, because right now they are definitely not having the motion of the ocean on the Gorge. It's a dominant game 3 for Nova as they push that clash lane into the T2 as well. We do see the Lanfeng's able to claim a little bit back off the T1 turret. He has been caught there. The Tsar is going to have the battlefield command put on top of him. The shielding does come through, but it means that Lanfeng has had to retreat as well, because he can't stay overextended, because all it takes is one quick shift for the focus, and then Nova comes around and takes Lanfeng off the Gorge. But again, T2 taken at 7 minutes is not the place where KAGENDRA want to be.
Yeah, and Nova, they're perfectly comfortable to play very passive right now because their ultimates are down. But the cooldown of their ultimates are really short. Wendy, once again, has his winning strategy already. Muchi now has Imperial Order ready. Look, KAGENDRA, I think the cooldown timings might not be in their favor here. And Lanfeng actually jumps in.
Oh no, yeah, he's a bit overcommitted there. Tries to set up something, and I think it's only the fact that Lu was there that he was able to escape, but CY is not happy with that disengage, and neither is Waypit and Muchi. They're looking to try and push this TP2 into the farm lane whilst they get the assault onto both of these. But we do see that Wendy gets knocked up there, tries to go into the backline, and again, Wero playing Nazar pretty well, but is it well enough to get a victory over Nova? Muchi takes down Ihans, and that is going to be a 2-1 trade for KAGENDRA, which is probably the only positive thing they've had so far in this game.
Red team.
Yeah, right now with the T2s falling apart here. Only leaving the T2 on the top, I believe. Mid lane should be down as well. So Nova, they don't mind this very slight loss. Wendy, I think, has died a couple of times already, 2 or 3 times. But it is of no matter. The tenacious nature of Wendy on this Kongming is just what they need, right? It's just the constant winning strategies coming out so that they can put pressure onto the backlines and just disallow Lanfeng from using that Fever Barrage is what is going to win them the fights.
Yeah, I mean, Wendy's basically using this Kongming like Senko did use the Ganamo in game 1, right? He's there to do the damage. It doesn't matter if he dies, but as long as he's done his job, maybe got a kill or 2 within the early team fight, it means that it's going to be a lot easier for the side of Nova just to come through and the steamroll with CY and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, because every skill that you throw onto Wendy means it's a skill that they did not throw onto Muchi, and Muchi is your true win condition.
Absolutely. I mean, it takes a little bit longer for DRNG to activate as well, with getting those items and also proccing his passive. He needs to get that movement speed and attack speed increased to be full optimal. But it looks like the high ground turret may fall here for the side of KAGENDRA, holding on by the skin of its teeth. But the battlefield command does come through from Ihans, but he is going to be dodged and taken down, both Senko and Ihans. And it's looking like Lanfeng is trying to get a little bit of a last resort kill onto the side of Nova Esports, which is Waypick going down. Are they looking for a pre-10-minute victory here? They're like, hey, you battled us and beat us in 1 game, but we're going to make sure that we take you down now going forward. It is looking like it's going to be a 2-1 for the side of Nova Esports. Very convincing game 3.